Chapter 001 Supreme Sovereign, Echo of Good Fortune. Blue Star. On the playground of Magic City No. 1 High School, a massive magic array was being outlined in the center of the playground, with staff members methodically making preparations. Suyi watched the giant array with a complex expression. The entire senior class had gathered on the playground. It wasn't just No. 1 High, the entire empire, or rather, the entire world, was doing the exact same thing on this day. Lord's Day. This was a world of lords. On this day, 18-year-old boys and girls, and naturally, some men and young women as well, would enter the eternal world through the magic array to become novice lords. Where's the promised cheat? Where's the system? It's all a damn lie. Suyi looked at the massive array. He was an orphan, and a reborn at that. Having lived in this world for 18 years since his rebirth, he already had the double buffs of being an orphan and a reborn, but he was still missing something. For instance, a school beauty who secretly loved him, or a younger sister, older sister, or young aunt who wasn't related by blood. He was just an ordinary person, except for his memories of his past life. There was nothing else. Of course, being handsome was a given. A woman's voice rang out. Suyi's homeroom teacher, Tang Lanlin, clapped her hands and began her final instructions. All right, everyone, focus. The magic array is about to be completed. I have a few things to tell you that you must remember. Once you enter the eternal world, no matter what, you must survive the 30-day novice lord period. This period is your best time for development. Put everything into developing your territory and troops. Remember, survive these 30 days at all costs. Even becoming a vegetable farmer lord is better than becoming an ordinary person. I won't say much more. You've studied things about being a lord for 3 years. Remember to act within your means. Don't be greedy, and certainly don't be impulsive. Troops are a lord's power, but the territory is a lord's foundation. Remember that. Understood, teacher. X45. Tang Lanlin pressed her hands down to quiet them, sighed, and looked toward the constructed magic array. The first batch of students turned into light within the array and vanished. Then the second batch, the third, the fourth, soon it was the turn of Suyi's class. Suyi stepped onto the teleportation array. As the light rose, Suyi's figure vanished from the array. Lord's dividing line. Open black lens bracket ding. Welcome to the eternal world. This is the arena of the gods, and also their paradise. Whether you achieve godhood or face destruction is entirely up to your choice. Close black lens bracket. Open black lens bracket ding. Detecting a lord entering the eternal world for the first time. Auxiliary functions activated. Close black lens bracket. Open black lens bracket ding. Interface system is loading. Close black lens bracket. Open black lens bracket ding. Trading system locked for a period of 30 days. Close black lens bracket. Open black lens bracket ding. Chat system is loading. Close black lens bracket. Open black lens bracket ding. Talent awakened. Supreme Sovereign unique. Close black lens bracket. Open black lens bracket ding. Novice gift bag has been sent to the Lord's item space. Please check it. Close black lens bracket. Suyi stood on a patch of grassland, receiving information from the system. The system wasn't actually a system, but a manifestation of the will of the eternal world. This wasn't a game, it was the cruel Lord's world. Suyi opened his eyes and looked at the grass before him. Good luck. My novice territory is actually grassland. At least it's not a swamp or a desert. Quote, the initial territory for novice lords was random, meaning it all depended on luck. Of course, it was impossible for a completely dead land to appear, but some starts were just very difficult. Naturally, there were those with great luck whose novice territories were forests or mineral veins. Those were the chosen ones who would develop faster than everyone else from the start. Suyi didn't rush to open the novice gift bag, instead, he looked at his talent. Talent was something every novice lord awakened. The strength of one's talent had a massive impact on a lord. A unique grade talent shouldn't be bad, right? Suyi looked at his talent and examined it closely. Supreme Sovereign. Trait 1. Echo of Good Fortune. When upgrading your lord's heart, the bound trait is guaranteed to be gold or higher. Note, I'm reporting someone for cheating. Cheating. Oh, wait, it's me. Then never mind. Holy crap, this is insane. Suyi's face practically turned into an emoji as he looked at the trait his talent provided. The traits provided by a talent were vital to a lord, determining their future development path and choice of troops. After all, it was never a good thing when a lord's talent conflicted with their troops. Suyi licked his lips. After 18 years, he understood perfectly well how terrifying this talent was. Calling it a cheat code would be an understatement. Open novice gift bag. Open black lens bracket ding. You have obtained Lord's Heart X1. You have obtained a random barracks gift box. You have obtained starting gold. 100. Close black lens bracket. Suyi looked at the irregular white rhombohedral crystal floating in his interface. The Lord's heart, the fundamental essence, or rather, the origin of everything for a Lord. Open black lens bracket ding. Do you wish to bind the Lord's heart? Close black lens bracket. Bind. Suyi grabbed the Lord's heart and thought to himself. The Lord's heart merged directly into Suyi's body, eventually forming a rhombohedral mark on his wrist that slowly faded from view. Open black lens bracket ding. Do you wish to select a trait for the Lord's heart? Close black lens bracket. Yes. When a novice Lord binds their Lord's heart for the first time, they have the chance to select one trait as their initial trait. Trait grades are divided into 7 levels: gray, white, green, blue, purple, gold, and red. 2 golden lights and 1 red light appeared before Suyi. Suyi's breathing quickened. What is the echo of good fortune? What the hell is the echo of good fortune? This is the echo of good fortune. The gears of fate cheating had begun to turn. 2 gold traits and 1 red trait appeared before Suyi, and he began to examine them. Gold trait, Hymn of Life. Gold trait, Gift of the Outer God. Red trait, Super Divine Evolution. Hymn of Life, Troop trait. Your Troop Legion will gain 100% health regeneration, 100% stamina regeneration, 100% mana regeneration, and 1 death immunity per day. Note: life is free, noble, and likewise priceless. Damn. Suyi looked at this gold trait and felt his heart skip a beat. Forcing down the urge to select it immediately, he looked at the other 2 traits. Gift of the Outer God, Troop trait. Your Troop Legion will undergo unspeakable mutated evolutions, falling into chaos and disorder, listening to unknown whispers and walking the path of madness. Note: the gift of an outer god. Come, sink into the eternal whispers and unknown madness, the outer god will lead you toward a glorious evolution. Looking at this trait, Suyi frowned. As expected, not all traits were positive, there were negative ones as well, and this gold trait was one of them. The ability of mutated evolution showed the strength of this trait, but the subsequent chaos, disorder, and descent into madness were a bit terrifying. One might even be targeted by certain outer gods. Pass, can't afford to mess with that. Stopped.